Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, City of Electrons. So in this video, we are going to do the third question here, which is state 3 advantages of cellular communication. Of course, we have 4 answers here, which is kind of good, so we can select any 3 of our choice. Now, the explanation of each one of them is this. For the first one, frequency reuse. Note, bear in mind that we have a limited range of frequencies. Okay, frequencies, we have a limited range. So there is a particular range of frequency, that's amount of vibration per second. Okay, so there is a particular range of frequency, okay, that is used for calls, not just calls, for communication. Okay, particular range for communication, not just communication for users. Okay, users. Now, yeah, not for military and like users, everybody, public. So there is a limited range. It is limited. Okay, but we have a lot of users, like a lot of users. So the thing is this: since we have a limited range of frequency, we need to use the frequency again and again and again. Different users can make use of the same frequency, so we are using the frequency again and again. But the thing is this: if you use the frequency, okay, I think that will be in the next question. Let me explain that one here. That will be in the next question. Yes, this is in the next question. Beautiful. So just know that we can use the same frequency again and again. All right, so efficient frequency reuse. So that's one advantage of cellular communication. Now, another advantage is this: high network capacity. Okay, so what this one means is that more people can use the network at the same time. Okay, so of course, we know when you hear the word capacity, what should come to your mind is ability to contain something. Okay, ability to contain something. So this particular one has more capacity than this one, because this one has bigger space to contain things. So for cellular communication, it has it has high network capacity, so it can contain more users. Of course, we can see the advantage from efficient frequency reuse, meaning we can contain more users. Then support for user mobility. You can move around and still be connected. Of course, we know from our previous video that your movements will cause Doppler effect. Okay, if you look at the previous video, Doppler shifts due to mobility. However, even at that, you are still connected. Is that clear? Then the last one in this video is what? Improved coverage. Improved coverage. And what does this actually mean? Is that network reaches more places. So in our cellular communication, we can reach more places. Okay, we can reach more places, local areas, villages, different places. That's the idea of a simple idea of what? Improved coverage. Okay, so that will be all for this video. The next video is directly linked to this number 1, like really linked to this number 1. I think I should just even explain it here so that we are done with that. Okay, let's just do that because they are super linked. So what is frequency reuse? What is frequency reuse? Frequency reuse is a technique in cellular system where the same frequency channel, are we seeing it now? The same frequency channel are reused in different cells separated by sufficient distance to avoid interference. This allows more users to share the limited spectrum. Now let me continue with what I was talking about. Saying that what? Limited spectrum. Are you seeing it now? This spectrum is what? Is limited. Oh, I've written that before. Is what? Is limited, and we have a lot of users. So we now use the same frequency, F, the same frequency. We now use it again and again and again. The same frequency. Let's say if we have like 20 frequencies, each of them we use them for different users. Okay, But one thing you have to bear in mind is that when you use the same frequency, let's say that you have one, let's say you have excuse me, let's say you have one cell here. You know a cell now, what people refer to as a mass, okay? Empty mass, low mass, things like that. They are actually cells, base station. So if you have a particular base station here, oh boy, what's going on now? You have another, excuse me, you have another base station here, okay? Then let's say you have another base station here, very funny base station. So the thing is this, if you are let me put another base station here. So if you are using a particular frequency, here, let me say frequency 1, before you use the same, then here is, before you use this same frequency again, because this one, of course, it will cover some certain range now, okay? Now, before you use this frequency again, go to a cell that is far away from this other one, so that because they are the same frequency, they will not interfere with themselves. So you should use it you should use the same frequency, reuse the same frequency in a cell that is far away enough not to interfere. Are we together? So that is what they mean by saying frequency reuse is a technique in cellular system where the same frequency channel are reused in different cell, separated by sufficient distance to avoid interference. And when we do this, we can now use one frequency for many users. So this allows more users to share the limited spectrum. Now, this thing is not in this question. What I want to say now, or what I want to say next, is not in this question, but just consider it as bonus. So I'll let you to talk about it. Now, the thing is that this particular distance, the distance from the same frequency where you can, what am I saying? The distance it takes before you can use the same frequency again. That distance it takes before you can use the same frequency without interference, that distance is known as what? Frequency reuse distance. Okay? So it's not in this question, but I just added that part. So in this single video, we have covered question 3 and 4. So the next video will go to question 5. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye for now.